Now let's see who accepts it. Twitch has accepted it.
Yeah, but the fun part is waiting for Facebook to accept it.
YouTube has accepted the stream. Facebook has accepted the stream. I'm going to start the timer.
Okay, hang on a second.
Oh, look at him now. He's going down on his lip. He's getting in there. He's chewing on it. He's thinking.
You're
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mick's World with Western New York Deadpool as my celebrity guest.
What's up?
So, besides going crazy for the day,
I'm
Not
not, going
working.
I am not going crazy.
yet.
I'm perfectly sane.
So,
I'm an angel. I didn't say what was propping the Halo up.
yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get too when I say I'm a Halo.
I brought horns back from NocoCon.
That's what I get when I say I'm an angel too. I get the well, yeah, you're an angel, but you got horns. Your horns are holding it up. No crap.
I was actually given horns at NocoCon.
Who gave you horns?
Some lady who was making them. She told me to figure out a Deadpool cosplay with horns.
There's a lady at Flower City Comic Con that does that too.
So now I'm trying to figure out a Deadpool cosplay with horns.
But no, seriously, there's a lady at Flower City. Her and her husband. Her husband's a veteran. He does
These are resin casts. They're not 3D. They're not 3D printed. Hi, Nick.
hey.
No, Nick.
So what do we got?
Nick's on
Oh,
there.
that's Nick. Okay.
That's why I said hi,
Am
Nick.
I too late to see the show? No, we just got started, Nick.
I didn't say hi, Mick. I said hi, Nick. Open your ears and get the.
Whatever I know out of it, yeah.
You can get the dick out of it, I guess. It's
That's-
not a Q-tip.
Nick is one of the guys that comments on Tony's show. Tony and Ogre's show.
Okay. We discovered that last week when I was calling in.
Yeah. So, you might as well fill everybody in on the Deadpool or on the Petco story and make them look like fools so we can get
Right.
this started.
So I go to Petco on the Boulevard in Amherst. They got a sale going on the dog food that I buy for my dog. Great. They have 2 flats of what I needed to get her. 20. That makes each flat is 12 cans, or 12 little pouches, whatever you want to call it. The sale was 10 for $13. I get up to the register. She rings it up. It comes out to 49 and some change, and I'm just like, nope. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, 10 cans are $13. So 10 plus 10 is 20. That's $26. You have 4 cans left over. So that's $5.56 for the other 4 cans, which makes it a total of $31.56 plus tax. And I don't get it. This goes on for 25 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Before it finally clicked with somebody. I literally had to show them on a calculator how it worked out.
It should have clicked with the manager.
The manager was worse than the other employee.
Oh, my God. That's
All I can say is say no to Common Core. just no to Common Core.
Say no to Common Core math. And they're teaching all that crap now.
I don't know what they're teaching, but these were about 22, 24-year-old kids, and
Not getting it.
they couldn't add.
Yeah,
Even
but-
when I showed them their ad, they still couldn't add. And the register wasn't picking up the sale for that yet.
So, you might as well run down the list of your appearances in the next couple weeks. So, our viewers might be able to know where to see you.
I think I only got one.
Yeah, and that's the one in Vermont.
That's River City Fan Fest in St. Albans, Vermont. I'll be
And
there
then you've
next
also
weekend.
got the 4th of July parade in Lyndonville.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I also have a vendor booth there too.
Oh my God. Mama's gonna have fun.
So hopefully my bike will be ready. I still got to finish the battery mount. It's almost ready. Been working on that today until I get rained out.
So we'll have B. Arthur up and running, hopefully.
Hopefully. She's getting closer.
So long story short, you started out with a gas motor, had to switch to an electric motor, and build all this extra
52-pound battery.
build all this extra stuff onto B. Arthur just to get her to go with the electric motor. And then they kept screwing around with sending you the sprocket.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that sprocket. That sprocket is the bane of my existence right now.
Next game I'm making is of what country I'm thinking,
Next
but
game is
through
really-
emojis. I swear that's Tony.
It probably is Tony. He's a butthead. He has nothing better to do with his bum knee anyways, you know?
Well, yeah, we had a conversation the other day, and he was telling me that he went to the doctor, and the doctor said he's giving him 8 more weeks on his knee to
Well, if he'd
heal
stay
up.
off of it and let it heal, he'd be doing better.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't got that choice. We both know that.
I understand
And
that.
the thing
but
is he's going to have sooner or later, and we both,
he's just got to realize he's old and we're all falling apart.
yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I've
You're
al-
falling apart.
I
I'm
made-
falling apart. He's already fell apart.
I made my orthopedic surgeon laugh the one day I went in there, because I went in and I was talking to him, and I said, you know, there's only one problem with the human body, and he goes, what is that? And I go, all of our replacement parts are always on back order, and he goes, well, yeah, but for me they're kind of not being manufactured anymore.
Oh, and I do have one thing to say. You know, when I got here, I found out Mick does indeed spit. He doesn't swallow.
What else? No, I'm trying to think of what else.
He'll say he was eating cherries. I just saw him kept spitting.
So we have Flower City Comic Con upcoming in September, and then
I got AnchorCon too in August. A staple bear.
he's thinking about Canada, because there's Canadian maple leaf there, a bear, which is and then the
Blame
CA.
Canada. I don't like Canadians right now.
You're all correct. Yep. But like I was saying, there's Flower City Con. You got Anchor Con,
I do.
and then I'm gonna be finishing up. Well, in October, I'll be doing at the end of October. I'll be doing Astronomicon as a photographer again.
And don't forget, Mick is a furry. I've seen it. He's got a huge furry costume. He won't admit to it.
I wish I had a furry costume,
He
but I
does have
couldn't
a
wear
furry
it.
costume. Don't let him fool you.
That's the problem with
Because
it.
all he's got to do is take off his shirt. He
That's
looks
the-
like a bear.
That's the actual problem with furry costumes, though, is because of a medical issue I have, which is called hyperhidrosis, which technically comes down to layman's terms excessive sweating.
You have your own costume.
I-
It's called a bear, and all you do is you take your shirt off.
But like I was saying, due to the fact that, if you've seen furries, you've seen how warm they get and how sweaty they get in there.
I have a panda pool costume.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about.
It's a bit of a bear.
Well, it's the bare necessities. But I've seen people in full fursuits that had to be taking
Africa.
African lion safari. I've seen people in full fursuits that had to been taken to the hospital while in their fursuit.
Well, that would just suck, because then they cut it out.
Mm.
Then I'd be really upset.
Not a lot they can get out of. They can get them out of them, but
No, they would cut him out. Most medical professionals are going to cut you out of the suit. Simple as that.
not from a furry con and not in Pittsburgh. They'll give you the respect of getting you out of your fursuit
You think so?
the kind and gentle way, and not the expensive way. But perfect run into that as when I was at Anime North at the end of May, there was a guy walking around doing an Atlas. An Atlas character. He made a globe that weighed 20 pounds.
Well, he's just an idiot.
He was standing outside and he was posing with it, and I'm like, somebody asked him what that weighed, and he's like, it's like 20 pounds. And he's standing out there holding it. I'm like,
My swords get heavy. They're on my back. My guns get heavy. They're on my hips.
yeah. There was a girl there that was doing a cosplay. I don't know what it was because I didn't get a chance to ask her. All I saw was that the fists that she had that were made, they were made out of crafting foam, but they were literally, with me standing up, they would have came, the end of the fist would have came to my chest, middle of my
They
chest.
probably had stilts inside them she was using to walk with.
No, she was posing with them.
South Africa?
And we had also had, there was a girl, because I work in Kid Space as their doormonger, or door dragon as they call it more.
You are a monger.
Well, yeah, but they call it door dragon, and I'm there to,
Do you have dragon breath too? While you're
No.
there?
I'm there to make sure nobody comes into Kid Space when we're closed for lunch or whatever.
Much like your wife. Oops. Force a habit.
Damn. So I'm not gonna get any viewers these days anymore. But no, what I was saying is, when I was sitting there waiting for us to open back up at 2:00, there was a girl that was walking around doing a cosplay. She had a freaking huge ass anchor, like the old anchors that
Yeah, I know
I
what
want
an
to say
anchor is.
Popeye
Yes.
anchor, and it was like, holy crap!
It's a ship's anchor.
And you're
but yeah.
carrying that sucker around.
Well, it's not a real one, I imagine, because the real ones weigh about 500 pounds plus. They're the big ones.
Yeah. And the funny part is I've seen those things hit the water too.
Me too.
When I was in the Navy,
You were in the Navy?
yeah, I made that mistake.
Oh boy, you shouldn't have told me that. Now we know your theme song.
It's Anchors Away.
No, it's in the Navy. Life is but a dream in the Navy. Yes, we're all gay as it seems.
What the hell? I got popping up.
I can say that because my cousin used to sing it all the time. He was in the Navy. When's the next for Love of Puppets so I can make Tony and Ogre laugh their asses off?
I don't know, because they usually do like maybe twice a month, so I'd have to look on the schedule.
Oh, if they weren't on this week, they should be on next week.
Hang on, I'll find out when they're scheduled again.
Oh, he thinks he can look up stuff on his phone.
No, I have the Think Twice radio.
He's looking hard.
They're not scheduled until the 29th.
One of these days, smoke's going to start coming out of your ears when you're
Yeah, I
looking
know.
for stuff.
They're not scheduled until the 29th of June.
You can't think this hard because
I know, my brain will fry.
you're turning red and you get that vein sticking on your forehead. It's just
Yeah, I went to the VA hospital yesterday for appointments. We won't even. Ugh.
they scoped your butt, didn't they?
No, it wasn't that. It was just I had to go for counseling and to see my psychiatrist. But the whole funny part about the whole deal of this whole thing is I go there, and I was sitting in the waiting room waiting to see my counselor. This guy comes walking down the hall because I had went in to check in first. He came in right behind
Do
me.
you look like Tommy Chong?
And his first comments to girl at the thing was, they didn't find me suicidal. They think I might need more meds, and I'm like, really?
It's semantics.
And then he's coming down the hallway, and have you ever been in the VA hospital?
All the time.
Oh, we got our.
My father goes there.
We'll kill that. Call the 716-400-0738 number, Carrie.
Yeah, my dad goes to VA, so I go there with him.
So
all the time.
you know how when they walk up, when they address one of the patients, it's Mr. By your last name, Mr. Conrath, Mr. whatever.
Yes.
And he was bitching because they were calling him by his last name, and they said straight up,
Poor baby.
no, he's like, my name is Jim. It's not Mr. Blah. That's my grandfather. And I'm like, I wanted to sit there and I'm just like, I'm gonna hit him.
Great Britain.
I'm gonna punch him. And then I made it
England. To be more specific.
Well, yeah, but you gotta realize when he posts these are what we're saying. He's getting on a time delay. So when we answer him, he'll.
Saying. If he wants more specific, it's England.
Yeah, hang on.
Or more specific, Great Britain, whatever you want to call it.
Hang on, let me look something up. Look a number up. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I hit the button in error.
You hit the button in there? Oh, I thought you wanted to talk to us.
Now you've made him cry.
The last I saw, you guys were bearing all.
We were bearing out. Oh, about the. Yeah, never mind.
About Mick being a furry?
Yes.
Well, all he's got to do is take his shirt off. He doesn't need a costume. We put a mask on him, he's all set.
And now you see why I bring Deadpool on only randomly. Well, actually, you've been on like 5 times recently, haven't you?
3, I think. Maybe 4. It's because you miss me.
No, I don't miss you. It's just that you actually make the show flow.
He calls me daddy every now and then, too.
I'm not going there.
And I'm going to behave myself.
No, don't. Trust me, it's not worth it.
Yeah, she wants to behave herself.
No, it's not worth it, really. I never behave.
Oh, no. I wish to behave myself.
If you behave yourself, I'll have to spank you on air. Oh, I didn't bring my whip. Shit.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about that for a second. You converted one of your lightsabers into a lightsaber whip.
Yes, I have a lightsaber whip.
So, how does that actually project the light down the tube?
That's an RBGX lightsaber, so it's just it's like a giant flashlight. I'd say like a giant flashlight, I guess. It's for use on the hollow tube saber shafts. So it's just a special. The company who makes the lightsabers for the guys that I get them from, that I help promote, they made this lightsaber whip, and it wasn't a big seller. They didn't sell many of them, but they had one left over. So I'm like, I can use that. So they
It
gave it to
puts
me.
new meaning to that song, You Light Up My Life.
Oh, it does. And if I crack you in the ass with that, you're gonna know it. It's a nice long square rubber tube.
Square rubber tube.
It's square rubber. It's a square. The whole thing, the whole
I
length of it is a square.
I saw it and I really didn't pay attention to
but it lights up in any color I want to light the lightsaber up in. So it's on my flaming red. It's on my red dildo saber.
Yeah, let's. He actually took a lightsaber, cut the tube down, and calls it a flame dildo saber.
I sold that when at the last Comic-Con.
You sold it?
Yeah, I had to get a new one.
Somebody wanted it that bad, huh?
Yes.
So
That sounds rather penalizing.
You know, it really does look like a flaming red dildo. I kid you not.
So you're
And it flashes fire.
you're expecting to maybe get a duel with Jack Black, you said?
If he's there, I'm tossing a saber and we're going to duel it out. And if he's there, I'm just making a special sound font just in case. That'll be his voice screaming at him while I hit him with the saber.
That's going to be interesting.
Instead of my normal Deadpool sound font.
So, let me ask you this question: did you post you posted the video of you getting cited at
I did. I got cited by Dolores Imperial HR at NocoCon.
NokuCon? So that's going to be interesting. I saw a little bit of that video, and that's what started last week. Last week's torment was me making a comment about that.
I don't torment
But
you.
also, if I remember right from Snuggle in Love, you said somebody else also got cited for not being there.
Yeah, Mandola. She's like, because he's like, he messages me before I go up to NocoCon, and he's like, I need a picture of Dolores autographed. I'm like, who's Dolores? Because I had no clue. He's like, the Imperial HR. I'm like, I really don't know who you're talking about, but I'll see what I can do. So I go there, and she's there. So I tell her the whole story, and she's like, "Oh, here's your photo for him." And so she wrote on it, cited for not showing up.
And you got cited for something simple as
I had a wardrobe malfunction.
like, didn't you say one of your boot pads or something?
One
broke?
of my shin guards broke. So I had a wardrobe malfunction. So
Hey, it's better than some of those wrestling wardrobe malfunctions.
they're currently in the process of getting made out of leather. They will never break again. I like leather.
I noticed.
I've got my shoulder almost finished. I got to wait for the straps to come in so I can put the straps on. The back piece for my new saber sheaths is almost finished. It attaches to the shoulder. And as soon as the other pieces come in, I'll actually be able to finish the Jedi belt with the Deadpool symbol on the front of it.
Didn't you plan on putting a piece on your belt for when you got your saber strapped
I
to your back?
I gotta wait for the straps to come in. I got the big strap, but they mailed my half-inch straps by United States Postal Service, and we know how
Snail mail.
slow they are.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
So I might not have those until next Thursday, which means I leave on Friday, which means I won't have this finished for this next show.
So you'll get cited again by another HR person.
If they're there. But at least I'll have my new tunic.
That'll be nice.
It's a custom-made tunic by my dive instructor. 100% custom-made to fit me.
Sweet.
She also made my cape that I wear on top of all this. So my custom-made Jedi outfit is coming along really fast.
If it wasn't so hot, I would look for somebody to make me a Assassin's Creed an Assassin's Creed outfit. But that's gonna be heavy.
Only if you have it done out of leather. I mean, if you do it
Heavy
out of
fabric.
canvas, you might be able to have it done out of canvas at a lighter material.
But then the question is to pick which one.
Cordura.
Who?
Cordura ballistic fabric.
No, I mean to pick which rendition, what
Oh, I have no clue. I've
Assassin's
never played the
Creed.
game.
outfit. Well, a lot of them are almost the same. Like Assassin's Creed, like the original Assassin's Creed, and into Assassin's Creed 2.
But I think I may or may not have the blade
I've got a hidden blade at the house.
that comes out of your Wrist.
Yeah, I got that as a gift from a friend of mine. He gave it to me as I think it was a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. But the first two Assassin's Creed outfits were almost the same. They were same color, same design.
My only question is, are you actually going to wear it? You keep telling me about this Punisher outfit. I've seen it once. And that's probably the lightest one you got.
Not really. It's crafting foam.
It's still lighter than some of the others.
I want to debut my new one.
Stick an ice pack in your butt and you're okay.
I want to debut my new one, actually.
You can use your prison wallet for an ice pack and you're good.
Do you got anything to chime in on this?
I am dying to see this outfit.
What the
His prison wallet, or
the Punisher outfit?
Either one.
The Punisher one's on I showed you a picture of the Punisher one.
you don't want to see his prison wallet. It's really disgusting. He rummages around up there all the time.
The
Things come out slimy.
I used to do, let's see, one of the other I used to do what was called Angel of Death. I took a mix of
Mexico believes Brazil.
it was a mix of I mixed it between Touched by an Angel and
Sorry, Nick, I forgot about you up there.
I can't even think what it is. It was a mix of between Touched by an Angel and
Oh, you can get touched by an angel.
Supernatural. I mixed their two death. Their characters from the Angel of Death and Actual Death. I had a fedora, tie, a button-down shirt, a little hanky in my pocket, so it stuck out really nice. And it was my black jeans and
I should have brought my unicorn in so you can play with it.
and a few other things. And I had cards actually, and I had cards made up that said Angel of Death, see you soon. And I went through a cosplay contest, and I gave them to the judges. So I probably just killed my chances of even getting mentioned.
You kill a lot of chances some days.
So, out of all the conventions that you've done, what is one of your favorite ones to do?
FC3. I just love the energy there. But NocoCon was a blast. I'll admit it, this is the first time I was at NocoCon. That was a complete blast. I had a ton of fun.
What made it a blast for you?
Well, some of it was outside the convention because I was just being me. But in the convention, there was just, the crowd was very interactive. And like FC3, when I got my saber, I would just walk around at random. I would get in sword fights with people all over the convention.
Hopefully things work out this year, and I can get a lightsaber.
We'll get you one.
I'm waiting on some. Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on some money to come in. Hopefully, that money will come in
We'll get you a lightsaber.
in the near future. But that's a different story for a different time.
Like at NocoCon, some of the things they did outside the convention. The first night we got there, we set up, we go to our hotel, we get checked in, we go out for dinner, and we come back, and there's a parade going on. Well, it's Pride Month, so we're thinking it's a Pride parade. Nope. It's a dairy parade. And it's blocking access to our hotel. So we finally figure out how to get around to the back of the hotel. I hop out of the car, and I walk the car through the back end of the parade because they're going past where our parking lot is into our parking lot. Well, me being me, I run up the stairs into the hotel room. I grab my quick change leather motorcycle outfit of Deadpool, put my mask on, and run back down the stairs, head out front, and I'm like, it's time to make a difference. These kids turn around, and you start yelling Deadpool, and I start walking the parade route because there was a break in it.
There was a break in the parade, huh?
It was just
Was
enough for me to
it
slip
utterly
right in.
wonderful?
It was utterly wonderful.
I
then-
was thinking you said you were gonna say that you ran upstairs, got into your Deadpool outfit, and then grabbed your lightsabers and were doing like an airplane.
I didn't have my lightsabers there at the hotel. They were actually at the convention still. So
That would have been freaking fun to watch on video. You sitting there backing your car up using your lightsabers like airplane
and then
sticks.
the next night we go out to dinner at Texas Roadhouse. Well, my one buddy's a little bit shy, to say the least, and he thought the waitress was really cute. But
Oh, you didn't.
on the way there, I decided, well, you know what? I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm going to wear my Deadpool mask. So I'm sitting in the back seat of the car with my Deadpool mask on. We pull up to this intersection. There's a woman. I can see the car sitting next to us. So I look out the window. They rolled the window down. So I just look at this lady. And I'm like, hi. She gives me like this really unsure hi. The light turns green and she takes off. So we go down the street a little bit more. We pull in the Texas Roadhouse. Wouldn't you know it? She walks in.
Oh my God.
As I'm sitting in Texas Roadhouse, I walked up to the staff. I arranged the booth for 7 people as Deadpool. I had them call Deadpool, and we're sitting inside waiting for them to call us. I go to the table. I'm high-fiving people all the way to our table as Deadpool, passing out trading cards. And we sit down. We have dinner. I put the mask back on. He's still pining over our waitress. So I just look at her. I'm like, "Are you single?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "All right, here's the deal. He thinks you're gorgeous. He thinks you're hot. He loves your body. He would like to know if you'd like to go see a movie."
I bet she was ready to kill you.
He wanted to crawl under the table. But I don't care because it's just me. So we leave. Never did get a straight answer. And we go outside, and I end up taking pictures of people that are hanging out outside before we left. And then every night we're running through the hotel. Every time we leave the room, I've got the Deadpool mask on. And I was completely 100% stone cold sober.
Well, I figured you were sober. But I do think if I remember right, somebody told me about their camping trip where they weren't sober and dressed as Deadpool using their wife's mobility scooter to shoot around the campgrounds.
I only shot from our campsite to our cabin on 8, high speed, rabbit mode, on our Hurricane. It actually does go quite fast. When you're holding on with one hand, you got your Deadpool mask on, you got your lightsaber in the other hand going, "Tally-ho! I come to take your children away and give them candy and then send them home."
I just had a thought. That's a scary thing.
But no one would take video of me because they were just too embarrassed. They kept hiding.
I did see a video of you when they were having the kids dancing or whatever.
Yeah, that was
In
me
the
doing
rec center.
YMCA. Every Saturday night they have a kids night where they have the dances going on and stuff. So Deadpool decided to go up and dance with the kids. After 5 or 6, 10, 15 shots of tequila.
So in other words, you lost track of the tequila shots.
Well, it was half
Somewhere
a bottle of
at,
Patron,
oh my God.
the big bottle.
Oh my God.
I don't have that problem with 1, 2, 3 tequila floor. I can keep going, especially when it's hot out and I'm sweating it out. It's just as fast as I'm drinking it because I'm wearing my Deadpool costume.
But I've noticed it a lot, especially like at conventions. When we're together at conventions, you're doing your Deadpool stuff, and people are like, the kids are like in awe.
But I'm nonstop.
Yeah,
You know what the secret to that is?
a lot of pop.
Gummy bears. I have gummy bears in my cheek at all times. and I eat one at a time. Under that mask, it's like a chipmunk with gummy bears stuffed up in there.
I was thinking something
Because
else.
my blood sugar goes from here to here really freaking fast.
I was thinking of something. I was thinking it was something else, but I'll leave it the thought to myself for later. But so I know you plan on having your booth at Flower City.
I have a booth at Flower City. I have a booth at AnchorCon. I have a booth at the 4th of July. Music City, I'm just sitting there with hopefully the B. Arthur and the lightsabers.
Yeah, music is art. Yeah.
Oh, I did engrave my sabers, finally.
Yeah,
They
I
do
know.
They finally say B. Arthur.
Yeah, I made a joke about that on the post actually, because you said you engraved the butts of your sabers, and I said you just like playing with your butt.
No more than you like playing with my butt.
Not really.
He pinches my butt all the time. Don't let him fool you. You know,
If you called it B. Arthur, does that make it a Golden Girl?
it is. That's the whole thing about Deadpool. He's got some infatuation with B. Arthur. I'm not sure what it is. His bike is called the B. Arthur. His swords are called B. and Arthur. If you watch the movie Deadpool, the one shirt he wears in the pizza scene is actually B. Arthur from the Golden Girls. That image for Ryan Reynolds cost him $10,000 just to use in that one scene.
Damn.
Because for some strange reason, the comics even have a thing with B. Arthur. Can't explain it. Don't know why, but I went with it.
So
In another universe, though, his swords are called Hall and Oates.
yeah, then we're
Is that because private eyes are watching you?
Could be. I know my lasers, my lightsabers will actually play Careless Whisper. They also laugh at you and say, "Ha ha ha! I'm going to kill you with a Zamboni" or something like that.
But the funny thing is was it last Flower City Comic Con or the one before that you brought the talking head and left it
Oh, that
on?
was two ago.
Yeah, we did Flower City Comic Con,
That was before I had the booth.
and you left your talking head there and one of your swords. So I had kids laughing their butts off of that. I had people laughing there because they would walk by and they'd hear the head talking, and I'm like, and the sword was sitting, so it was just the blade was like right up against his neck, and I said, "This is what happens when he gets too mouthy. We just cut his head off, and then up you stroll." And oh my god, the one little girl I thought was gonna crap herself. But on top of
What can I say? I skip around the conventions. I just appear here and there.
like I said, at the cons, it's actually I enjoy it, and even at
But I always have my unicorns.
yeah, that reminds me, my granddaughter likes unicorns. Her birthday party's tomorrow. Not even gonna say what I have to do tomorrow morning.
I got to work tomorrow morning.
I got to go to Walmart and get a birthday gift.
This is going to be a unicorn.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I saw something when I was there today, because she likes Pokemon, unicorns, and arts and crafts. So I may actually
I found you a Pokemon tail. You can be Pikachu. It's a butt plug with a tail.
I heard that laugh.
We can
I'm
make
sure
it
that'll
vibrate.
get me in trouble.
We can make it vibrate for you.
We'll discuss this later. That's all.
Would you like the
say.
6 horsepower model or the 12 horsepower model?
But I saw this like arts and craft thing where you paint, it's a wooden unicorn that you actually paint it. I might get that for her. I'm not sure. What else? So
Lindenville,
yes. That parade's coming up for 4th of July.
It is.
And hopefully hopefully B. Arthur will be ready for that.
If I get enough time off between here, there, with doing other shows to get the motor mount finished, yes.
Motor mount or battery mount?
Battery mounts, I just got to mount the battery mount. I actually got to finish the motor mount.
Oh yeah, because you had to actually move the sprocket around.
Well, I still got to rip the tires off and move the sprocket over. And
yeah, I can hear him yelling at it from Grand Island
it's not even that. It's
a few
just
times.
I work 40 hours a week plus. With all the rain, I can't work on it outside. So I'm working on it in a trailer where it's dark, trying to jack it up with a couple center blocks and stuff. I'm only doing this on my own. I don't have help like some people. Mark.
Yeah.
So time is just limited because I still got to make cups for the 4th of July. I still got to make some more clocks for the 4th of July. I'm making my board games that I make because I make sex games. I do.
Really?
I do. I have some sex games. One's called Couples Therapy. One's called Couple Therapy, the Deluxe Edition. Now, the Deluxe Edition has 69 spaces, not clowning, start and finish. It's got a bunch of cards. Some cards tell you what to do. Other cards show you positions to do it in. The regular edition is just a small board. It's all 2 players, and you can have some fun with your significant other. Then I also have my drinking game called Let's Drink. That one there, you got start and finish. If you don't land on finish, you keep going around. It gets really bad because there's a community cup. Everyone puts a shot in that community cup of whatever you're drinking at the beginning of the game. There's 2 spots on that board where you have to take a sip out of that community cup, but the last person on the board has to drink the community cup. And that's for up to 10 players. But each time you go around, another shot gets added to the cup for whoever's left playing as they go around the board. And then I have my drinking games for dummies. And my sex game for dummies. You roll a die, you do what it says.
Sounds like something that's needed in Newfane, New York.
Well, it's needed in Linneville, New York, too. So, Medina, New York, Wilson, New York.
Yeah, there's a few different places. Speaking of Newfane, New York, has the Newfane racetrack opened up?
Not today.
Well, yeah, it is rainy and crappy, so.
That's the best time to race. You can really see some good wipeouts.
Well,
I'm not there to watch them go around in a circle. I want to see the wipeouts.
it's not even a real racetrack. It's a running gag between me and Carrie. That where she lives, the motorcycles come flying through.
Well, that's anywhere.
A bunch of motorcycles
Have
come
you
down
seen
her
Pine
road.
Ave and Walnut Ave and Ferry Ave in Niagara Falls?
A lot of
Not
them?
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Trust me, just don't. They got Walnut and Ferry down to 1 lane. They're working on the other side because they're working on curbs. And they're one-way streets. But magically, because they got the other lane blocked off, people think that they can go in the opposite direction down that blocked off lane.
Must be keeping the cops busy.
Yesterday, I'm at the intersection of Williams and River Road. There's my truck, guy in front of me, and then the guy at the intersection. Light's red. The guy in front of me, as soon as it turns green, takes off around the guy who's sitting in front going left, goes onto the curb, to pass him on the right-hand side to take that right turn, while almost hitting 5 bicyclists at the same time.
Williams and
River. Out near the airport.
yeah,
The
that's
opposite side.
that's a red light up there,
Yes.
which will take you down to Cayuga.
But he literally went around the car in front of him, and they were both making a right-hand turn. He went into the grass in the trailer park to get around him, almost hitting 3 or 4 bicyclists. I think there was 5 of them there, actually.
That is not a really safe place to be bicycling. Because there's not really a bicycle path up there. They did do some work on
And I'm just like,
some work on River Road actually.
the one thing I've noticed driving around Niagara Falls a lot with my job is if you're Canadian, you drive a truck that says Swift on it, or you're from Florida, you just can't drive. All of them are just a bunch of friggin' idiots.
there was actually
Sorry, Craig, but it's the truth because I know you drive Swift.
Well, yeah, but Craig's not driving in New York State. He's driving over the road.
I actually looked at somebody the other day and asked them if their kids were twins. They said no. I'm like, can't believe someone fucked you twice.
That's a good thing I don't get censored. It's not. I'm good. It's a good thing that I'm not really up on YouTube and they will censor my show. Because actually they've done that. They've done that to a lot of the tarot card readers. They've made them take their show. They've made their shows rated their shows as PG-13 because a lot of tarot cards, with the tarot cards, they don't have the women dressed appropriately, and
I've got 5 decks.
And
You want to play with them?
no, actually,
You want to play with my tarot cards?
actually, my roommate just got me a
we can play
D&D.
We can play with my Ouija board.
No, actually,
But yes, that's
My
what it
roommate
means.
just got
We
me-
and ja means yes. So it's actually a yes board. You can't say no.
my roommate actually got me a deck of Dungeons and Dragons tarot cards.
We can summon your butt demon.
No, I've got enough problems with
Oh, he
demons.
does have a butt demon. Just don't stand behind him after he eats Taco Bell, because that butt demon comes out, sticks his head out, burps, and then runs.
Well, it's good to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
You know, inviting me on here with you is just a bad move, but yet you keep doing it.
I know.
And
Because I
you-
enjoy it.
You can't keep a straight face.
I
entire
enjoy the
time.
torture. But somebody else is going to pay for their comments at a later date.
No, she's not. I'll help her. Next time you invite me, you got to come down too. We can both pick him together on air.
Okay. I'm game.
Love you, buddy. I'll bring my unicorn. He likes playing with my unicorn.
Actually,
He loves rubbing
that
the horn.
reminds me.
He was rubbing the horn the other day. Don't let him
Well, Mick knows how to find me.
But I'm going to let you go because you got to work on eating dinner.
Wow, he's just kicking you off. That's some crap.
No, she knows I'll call her after the show on my way home. So I'll talk with you later.
Okay.
Byes.
Diddle-doo.
But what was I gonna say? No, I lost track of what I was thinking.
And here comes the smoke.
No, going back to that guy at the hospital.
I'm really going to do something so I can make a prop that has smoke coming out, so I can just push a button and smoke comes out of your ears.
Actually, going back to that guy in the hospital, he was flipping the hell out. Blah blah blah. You know, that's my grandfather. That's not me. And I'm like, I'm sitting there. He goes into a room with one of the nurses or whatever, and there's another guy sitting there, and I saw my shrink walk out, and he was walking down the hallway, and he was giving me this, well, you know, pointing at his eyes, I got you, and blah blah. I'm like, and my thought was, yeah, let somebody ever jump his shit and give him a hard time while I'm there waiting for an appointment, and I'll be the first person up behind him, standing up behind him. Now you gotta realize
You wanna get behind somebody again.
you realize
The
you
first
gotta
time wasn't enough.
you gotta realize my shrink is maybe 4'4", 4'5". He's a wee person. Let's put it that way. And so when he
I
walks
will
around,
say it, I am politically incorrect, so he's a midget. Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
but I have respect for this guy because he's really cool. He's been really helping me out a lot.
I didn't say I didn't have respect for him.
No, I'm just saying I have respect for him. And the funny thing is I'm looking at him and I'm like,
Because I know a guy that'll tell you, I'm a midget. I'm a dwarf. Get it right.
You know, and I made this comment to another veteran. I'm
Because
like,
he really hates being called little person.
I made this comment to another veteran. I'm like, if anybody ever
We tell him
messed
his
with
nickname
him,
is Tripod.
you know, and as I was saying it, I made a comment to another veteran. I'm like, if anybody ever messes with him, I'll be the first one standing behind him. And I've got justifiable,
Well, if you're standing behind him, your dick's going to be like in the back of his head.
and I've got a, you know,
If he turns around, he's just going to cockpot you. I mean, I would.
I got plausible deniability is what I'm trying to say. Because I'll just say I had a PTSD blackout while I was beating the crap out of the guy. But we're down to like the last 9 minutes.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I know. It went fast.
We need to do it like in longer shows.
We get an hour, that's it. It's an hour show. But we can also the next time you've got time off, I'll bring you back. We'll chit chat again.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear what happened with TJ? You know, little TJ?
Yeah.
He is 15 years old. He had a heart attack because of the medication they were giving him for his treatment.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
His mom said they got like 0.2 cc's into him, and then he coded. They had to Narcan him twice, so he's the only 15-year-old kid that I know of that's had a heart attack. But you know, again, like you were there when he walked up to me and he goes, "Will, do you want to help me and my brother do a Pokemon raid?" And I'm like, "Sure." I would do anything to take away his cancer. Literally, my comment has always been, I've lived a full life and I would do anything to, you know, kids with cancer, give it to me. I'll take it out. I've lived a full life. I've done my good, my bad, and my ugly. So I'm ready. I would give my life for a kid anytime. I would. And here's how I got, semi got interested. I was with a zombie group, and we went to a Carly's Club Halloween party, I think it was.
I see zombies every day in Niagara Falls.
Well, yeah, that's just the normal people walking around. But what the thing is I went there. We went to this holiday party. Hi, Tom. We went to this holiday party, and I got introduced to this group of this family. It was two brothers and a sister. They had lost a sister to cancer already, and all three of those kids had cancer. And then I got privileged enough to be a freelance photographer for the Carly's Club Christmas party. It was the one and only time I got to do it. And I met another kid. His name was Andrew. Andrew's story, you know, he did die of his cancer, but Andrew's story was interesting to me because he lived out in Evans, down towards Angola. He lived out in Evans. He was an honorary SWAT team member with the Evans Police Department. He was an honorary president of the Erie County Sheriff's Association. His mom took a video at the time showing the Evans Fire Department, Police Department showing up for one of his birthday parties with gifts and everything, sirens, everything blasting. They did a video of him doing a SWAT team raid on a house where his dad was the perpetrator, and he got to handcuff his dad and escort him out to the truck. So, you know, and I've lost people to cancer. Let's be honest. I've lost some
We all have.
close people to me to cancer. So the whole kicker of this was I went to Roswell because my roommate's mom was going there for treatment. And I went out to the car to go get something from the car. I came back. It was me and her brother. I came back, and this kid was leaving Roswell with his family. and I was wearing an Undertaker t-shirt. And he goes, I like that t-shirt. And it was like, I'm thinking to myself, if I had another t-shirt in my car, I would give you this one. I would take it right off my back and go, here.
No one wants to see that.
Well, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
And then I made arrangements with a wrestling group out of Rochester at the time. They came up, they brought one of the referees and a couple of the wrestlers. And we went up and saw TJ when he was up at whatever the hell they call it. Up at the Children's Hospital.
Oshai.
We went up there. We got pictures of him with the referee. We got
Dallas
pictures of him with the tag team champions. And we got pictures of him with Tripp, which was a wrestler, which was really interesting because one of the pictures is Tripp is, let's just put it this way, Tripp was out there. He's out there. His wrestling character is way the hell out there. He talks in third person, literally. And he was messing around, and I got a picture of TJ like he's biting his arm, and he's like, and all that. He also got the referee, which we called Mittens. But that's a time for a different thing. So I'll do my quick things. Check out Nickel City Wrestling next Sunday at the Eastern Hills Mall, the old Dipson Theater. Come out and catch. Excuse me.
Holy crap, he exploded.
Yeah. Come out and catch the Lindenville 4th of July parade. Cheektowaga is having a 4th of July parade. Keep your eyes peeled for the Cosplay Traveling Roadshow. Hopefully I'll get updates on when they're going to be going out. Also, support your local cosplay communities. If any events are coming up and you want to have Deadpool or the Western New York superheroes and cosplayers appear, you can contact them through their Facebook, which technically Deadpool's is Western New York Deadpool, correct?
I have WNY Deadpool. I have 716 Pool. And then you also got my website at www.716pool.com.
And all of these appearances, like if he's coming to a charity event,
I actually don't charge for any appearance.
Well, I was going to say,
I use my sales for my games and my mugs to pay for my appearances.
And then Western New York heroes, Western New York superheroes and cosplayers appearances are free of charge. We sign autographs, take pictures with the kids, and lots of other things. But I'm going to tell you right now.
If you come and see me, I have candy and cards.
Yeah, he's got a unicorn bag that he carries with him for the convention or the appearance that has a bunch of dum-dum suckers in it.
I always have candy and cards.
But as I'm going to tell everybody, be safe, be strong, and see ya.
Sort of like South Park.